It's a holiday wrap, it's a holiday wrap, it's a holiday wrap. We're gonna wrap some what? Don't say that. Use this stuff because paper has had enough. We're gonna use our fabric to give a gift that gives a giving gift. That's right, we're doing a holiday wrap, a holiday wrap. We're gonna wrap some what? Oh my goodness, everybody, I am so glad you're here. It is Rob Appell, Michael Miller Fabrics, making it fun. And today I'm going to encourage all of you, myself included, to start using fabric instead of paper for whatever holiday package you have to wrap. That is right. Let me grab my package and we're going to get this thing started. Okay, so I won't give up my day job, and I most certainly won't give up this job either. So glad you are here, and I do just really want to take just a really brief moment today in today's tutorial or today's fun, and we will certainly be giving away a prize at the end. That's my hook to keep you around, right? But I just want to encourage all of us this holiday season. It is December. That means it's almost Christmas time here in California. And you know, there's just so many different resources that are used. And I don't want to be too much of a tree hugger, even though I love to wrap my arms around some bark every now and again. But I just want to encourage you, we love fabric, and a lot of times we're giving gifts made from fabric, so you may as well include fabric in the gift-giving process. And so I just want to encourage you, find some fabulous fabrics and wrap some of your gifts this year in fabric. My mom's been doing it for a lot of years. She actually loved to use burlap and twine and raffia, and so she's always done great things like that, a lot of very organic gifts. And of course, like I said, it's Christmas time, and therefore I was thinking of some of the really fun fabrics from Michael Miller, like our beautiful black and white hash dot, and our green marble, and our awesome red fairy frost, or our blood-colored fairy frost, blood for the holidays. But again, not everybody celebrates the holidays the same, and so, hey, is that not a super fun combination? Or even better, if you add in That's It dot over here to look at this. Is that radical with the gingham and the marble again and the fairy frost? So just no matter what the holiday, no matter what the occasion is, I just encourage you to think about the person you're giving your gift to and then wrap it accordingly. But that being said, wrapping with fabric is not always super simple. So there's a couple of pitfalls we run into. First of all, it doesn't stick real well to tape. So I have learned that using my quilting resources, my blue tape actually works better than Scotch tape in this process. And a lot of times we're just going to tie it the old Tootsie Roll style, or you even see I have a glass bottle here on the set. And, you know, a lot of times we can just wrap something and tie it around the top. So of course, or having ribbon handy is always awesome. So you want to have yourself a nice decorative ribbon there that you can utilize. And another thing I found when we're talking about some supplies, these are called tidy pins. And a tidy pin is a pin that is a U-shaped or a three-sided rectangle, but it's got a bit of a barb to it or a prong. So as you pinch these together and you slide them into the fabric, they then spring load back out, and it keeps them from backing out. So we're going to use these on the back of a couple of packages. And then of course there's a lot of different ways to do this. I'm sure many of you have other great ways as well, so put those in the comments. And let's just dive right in here. So I love this giant fun fabric called That's It dot. I have just under a yard here. I measured in case somebody was going to ask. It's 33 inches right now by the 44 inches of the goods. And so what I want to first do is try the hard way and kind of show you what I ran into. And that is, this is just a standard mailing box. This is the medium flat rate box. And so what happens a lot of times, as I was saying, is your fabric won't necessarily stick with Scotch tape. So I have learned on the first side coming through, you can just use your blue tape, and the blue tape obviously might damage the box a little bit, but we're not as concerned about that. But if you put some pressure here and then you put your pressure on your fabric, then that's good. And that way you can apply. Let's clean up everything we can as we go along. Then I can just apply a little back pressure coming against it. Now the next thing I want to do, because I want to try not to present any raw edges, at least along the top edge of this, is I'm going to go ahead and just fold over a little bit and bring that over like that to secure and seal the deal. Okay, that looks pretty good. Man, my dot's even lined up. And like I said, such a fun fabric. That's it dot is round. So here we're going to use that tidy pin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it down and pull a little tight, a little taut. I'm just going to slide that in, and you push it all the way down into those barbs like that. And then that will keep that from backing out. Okay, and what I'm going to do in this, we're doing that Tootsie Roll style. I'm going to go ahead and slide, and I'm just putting through the fabric. I'm not sticking it into the box. Of course, I guess you could slide it into the box if you needed to, but now that has secured that edge, okay? And now here becomes the other situation, is I want to give the gift of the fabric. So I have, like I said, almost a yard's worth here, which makes this end darn near impossible to do anything pretty with, right? Like I could, that's okay, I guess, that's okay. So what's kind of fun is you can take these and you just take them like here, and you're gonna take your ribbon now. And what I really like to do is wrap it once, maybe twice, and then I could tie my ribbon, of course, and that'll make a Tootsie Roll style. But if the ribbon is cute, why not take it a notch farther? So all you really need is, let's grab a coordinating fun print like our gingham here, and then what I want to do is I want to make a couple of strips really quick. But again, I want to prevent that raw edge. So as I open this up, I am going to use a rotary cutter. And I also have my iron hot and handy in case I decide at the last moment I want to press this as well. I want my strips to show I want to lose the raw edges. So let's say we want a finish of about 2. Why don't we make ourselves a 4-inch strip? And then the nice thing about a 4-inch strip, or heck, if you even wanted to do a 5-inch strip, then the person you give it to could cut them up into little charm pack sizes, and that would work for any charm pack quilt. So I've changed my mind. We're doing 5 inches now, which is pretty easy. This is a 6-inch ruler, so I'm going to bounce over 1 inch. I'm going to try to be as left-handed as possible. Oh, it's getting better. Okay, and I need 2 of those now because I want 1 for each side. Remember, the whole goal in giving the gift this way is to give the fabric also in a reusable formula. So if you think about it, I'm actually giving 2 5-inch by width of fabric strips and almost a yard of coordinating fabric, which will make beautiful, right? Hope I don't need that later. Okay, let's take this strip here. Lay it out. I'm having so much fun. I got wound up with the gang here wrapping earlier. So we can take this raw edge, fold it in, and then fold in the other one kind of in on top of it, like yay. And now you can just bring this around and begin your beautiful take the other side, just kind of roll it in real quick. Of course, you could stitch these too. And if you wanted to stitch these or stitch any raw edge, I really suggest you set your sewing machine to a basting stitch. So take your dial, crank it all the way over to 6 so you have a really nice long running stitch. It'll secure the edge momentarily, well, at least until the gift is given, and then the person who receives the gift can take that fabric and they can pop out those stitches very easily because they were just basted in, not a nice big tight stitch like a 2 or 2.5 millimeter stitch would be. So there. Okay, so yeah, it looks a little goofy, it looks a little sloppy, it looks a little crafty, and that's what we're doing here, right? So this works, but think about the extra gift you've given. And if that was a piece of candy, my goodness, how quickly my teeth would rot. No, I'm just being silly here. That's pretty wild. Now, let's go ahead and clear the deck. I'm back. You can see I wasn't prepared for that part of the video. I just grabbed another quick box out of my recycling bin. Fortunately, things are always arriving. And let's see. I'm hoping I have enough fabric here to do this with. Sure looks like I'm going to. Definitely over a yard's worth. But what I saw was really, really cool what we're going to do is we're going to lay our fabric out, and then we're going to think in diagonals. So we're just going to take our box, we're going to flat that down there on the diagonal from point to point, and I'm going to take my first two ends and I'm going to bring them together, and I'm just going to loop one under the other, and I'm going to go ahead and bring these ties through like this. Now this side I'm going to bring back under and tie again to one side. This side I'm going to kind of tidy up, hand myself through the last little hole that's open there, and then I can tie through this side. Of course, you'll go through and you'll tidy everything up, but what's kind of cool is the fabric like that actually acts as a bow also and can be wonderful. Now, like I was saying earlier with the basting stitch, maybe it would have been nice to go ahead and just take a moment and take the selvage off. And that's a really, really great gift. So let's finish today's video with that, and I'll show you how I'm handling that basting. Because as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, my goodness, wouldn't that be a treat to get my fabric? The only thing that would be even better is to not have to press it or wash it, right? Okay, so let's take our fabric real quick. I'm just going to fold it up. I'm going to use my fold to ensure a nice straight line. I'm cutting off the selvage here. Coming to the other side and cutting off the selvage there. Even though it doesn't show, once I start tying the corners and edges together, the white on the back side of the selvage will show up more, as you just saw. So let's go ahead and get those flopped over, and then it's going to be super easy to take our fabric here, and I'm just going to now fold over once and twice. You might as well make it awesome. And now as we're under the needle, I'm just going to let the machine do the work. Making a nice long basting stitch. And there it is with the selvages taken off, even a little bit more attractive that way. But of course, always the fabric is completely reusable. And that's what makes this gift an even better gift, not only for the recipient, but also for the environment. So that's my big tree hugger speech this year coming into the holidays. Regardless of how you spend your holiday, please just consider the environment a little bit when you're wrapping up all of those wonderful gifts throughout the year. Consider using fabric instead of paper, and I certainly appreciate that. Now, here we've got these wonderful new basic bundles. I forgot to even talk about it, but I was playing with my dots, and so I've got some beautiful, beautiful bundles to give away. And if it's your first time to the show here, you know we're trying to support the local quilt shops, the quilt shops in your neighborhood. So every time I give a gift to one of you, I need you to go in and pick it up in your local quilt shop. So today, because well, they're the same fabric, but they're a little different sizes. So what we're going to do is we're going to let whoever wins today's prize, that's right, whoever wins today's prize, you email me and let me know which you want, the fat quarter bundle or the 2.5-inch strips of the dumb dot, and we'll give the other two the fabric shop. So that's what's going to happen. The rules are you're going to answer the question at the end of this video in the comments below. And normally I do a mystery question, but I've got a question I'm just dying to ask all of you on theme with today's video, and that is this. I want to hear from all of you, what is the favorite gift you have ever given? And of course you can answer with a bonus question. Yes, you did wrap it in fabric, and the third bonus is, and we all love to hear it, tell us already, what is your favorite quilt shop? That's the trend going on in the comments. People are typing about their favorite quilt shops. We love to support those favorite quilt shops out there, and we love all of you here at Making It Fun. So the way we do it here in California is Merry Christmas. We appreciate and love all of you. We'll see you in the next video. I'm glad to see you're still there. Hey, if you insist on spending all day on YouTube, great with me. Please check out a few of my other videos. I think they're fantastic. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified. We'll see you next time for another helping of fun.